Ever wondered how to make a delicious orange cake at home? You're in luck because today, we're sharing a simple yet mouth-watering recipe for a zesty orange cake that will surely impress everyone who gets a taste of it. First, gather these ingredients for the cake: 1½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, a half teaspoon of baking soda, a quarter teaspoon of salt, a half cup of softened unsalted butter, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 2 large eggs, 1 tablespoon of orange zest, a third cup of fresh orange juice, a half cup of buttermilk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now let's start making the cake batter. In a medium-sized bowl, whisk together the flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Set this aside for now. In a large mixing bowl, cream together the softened butter and granulated sugar until light and fluffy. This will take about 2-3 minutes. Next, add the eggs one at a time, beating well after each addition. Make sure to scrape down the sides of the bowl to ensure everything is well incorporated. Now, add the orange zest and fresh orange juice to the batter. Mix until well combined. Alternate adding the dry ingredients and buttermilk to the batter, beginning and ending with the dry ingredients. Mix until just combined. Be careful not to overmix, as this can result in a dense cake. Finally, stir in the vanilla extract. The cake batter is now ready to be baked. Preheat your oven to 350° F, 175° C. Grease and flour a 9-inch round cake pan. Pour the batter into the prepared pan and smooth the top with a spatula. Bake the cake for about 25-30 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Once the cake is done baking, remove it from the oven and let it cool in the pan for about 10 minutes. Then transfer it to a wire rack to cool completely. While the cake is cooling, you can prepare the orange glaze. In a small bowl, whisk together 1 cup of powdered sugar and 2 tablespoons of fresh orange juice until smooth. Once the cake is cooled, drizzle the orange glaze over the top. You can also garnish with some additional orange zest if desired. And there you have it, a delicious homemade orange cake that is sure to impress. Enjoy! Now, onto the orange glaze, you'll need a half cup of fresh orange juice and a quarter cup of granulated sugar. Begin by preheating your oven to 350° Fahrenheit. Grease and flour a cake pan. In a bowl, combine the flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. In a separate large bowl, cream together the butter and sugar until it's light and fluffy. Beat in the eggs one at a time, followed by the orange zest and juice. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet mixture, alternating with the buttermilk. Start and finish with the dry ingredients. Remember to mix until just combined and be careful not to overmix. Stir in the vanilla extract. Pour the batter into the prepared cake pan and bake in the preheated oven for about 25-30 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. While the cake is baking, prepare the orange glaze. Heat the orange juice and sugar in a small saucepan over low heat until the sugar dissolves. Once the cake is out of the oven, poke it with a skewer or fork, and pour the orange glaze over the warm cake. Allow it to cool in the pan for a while. After it cools, remove the cake from the pan and let it cool completely on a wire rack. For an extra touch of sweetness, you can optionally dust the cake with powdered sugar or frost it with orange-flavored icing. And there you have it, a homemade orange cake that's as delicious as it is beautiful. Remember, the specific measurements and baking times may vary, so adjust as needed. Enjoy this citrus delight.